Hello my dear children. Welcome to English class. I hope you all are safe at your places. In the last class we were learning about adjectives. In today's class we will be learning about comparison of adjectives. So children, let's begin with the class today. Children, adjectives are those words which defines about noun or pronoun. Now, we use these adjectives to compare one or more objects amongst each other. There are three categories of adjectives. Number one is positive degree. Number two is comparative degree. And number three is superlative degree. So children, all the adjectives can be put into three categories. These are positive, comparative, superlative degree. What is positive degree? When an adjective do not show any comparison, that is known as positive degree. For example, bright, tall, short, etc. These words do not show any comparison amongst any object. Then, children, what is comparative degree? Comparative degree shows comparison between two things. Children, when two things are compared among each other, then we use comparative degree of adjective. For example, brighter. When we compare two things, like the sun is brighter than the moon, so we are comparing two things amongst each other, so we are using comparative degree. Now children, moving on to our third degree, that is superlative degree. Now what is superlative degree, children? An adjective that indicates comparison of more than two things is said to be in the superlative degree. Children, always remember, when we are comparing two things, more than two things, then it is known as superlative degree. For example, brightest. If we say that the sun is the brightest star in the solar system, so we are saying that the sun is the brightest one. est is the suffix that we add to the superlative degree usually, and here we compare more than two objects. Children, there are certain rules to convert the positive degree into comparative and superlative degree respectively. Children, let's start learning about these rules. There are mainly 6 rules. Let's go through the first rule, that is adding er or est to the positive degree. Children, many a times we add er or est as suffix at the positive degree. For example, tall, and we add er in case of comparative degree, it becomes taller, and we add est in case of superlative degree, so it becomes tallest. So children, tall becomes taller and tallest in case of comparative and superlative degree respectively. Now children, let's move on to the next rule, that is, in some adjectives we double the last letter and add er or est. For example, children, big. In case of big, we just double the last letter and add er in comparative degree and est at the superlative degree. So big becomes bigger and biggest. Now moving on to the third rule of adjectives, that is, from some adjectives we just drop the last y and add I plus er and est in case of comparative and superlative degree respectively. For example, easy. Easy is a word which ends with y. So what we do, just we omit the last y and add I, and along with I we just add er in case of comparative degree and est in case of superlative degree. So easy becomes easier and easiest. Now children, moving on to the fourth rule of adjectives. These are: to some adjectives that ends in E, we just add R or EST. Children, there are certain words which ends with E. So what do? We just add R and EST. Like E is already present, we add R and ST in case of comparative and superlative degree respectively. For example, large. Large is the positive degree which ends with E. We just add R at the end. So large becomes larger in case of comparative degree, and largest we add ST at the end. It becomes largest in superlative degree. Moving on to the fifth rule of adjectives, that is, to some adjectives we add more or most in case of comparative and superlative degree respectively. Children, there are certain words in which we cannot add ER or EST in comparative and superlative degree. So what do? We just add more in case of comparative degree and most in case of superlative degree. For example, beautiful, cheerful, these are some kinds of word in which we can add more and most in case of comparative and superlative degree respectively. So beautiful is the positive degree and more beautiful is comparative degree and most beautiful will be superlative degree. For example, Sneha is beautiful is positive degree. Sneha is more beautiful than Neha becomes comparative degree. Sneha is the most beautiful girl in the class becomes the superlative degree. Now, children, the sixth rule of adjective is, in some cases, in some adjectives, in comparative degree and superlative degree, a new word is formed. We do not add any ER or EST to the positive degree, rather a new word is formed in case of comparative and superlative degree. For example, good. Good is the positive degree. Now good becomes better in case of comparative degree and good becomes best in case of superlative degree. So a completely new word is formed. So we can say that Ram is a good boy in case of positive degree. In case of comparative degree, we can compare Ram with a certain boy, like Ram is better than Shyam. Similarly, we can say that Ram is the best boy in the class. So best becomes the superlative degree. Always remember children, we use the article in front of superlative degree. This is another rule. Children, with this we come to the end of this chapter. I hope the comparison of adjective is clear to all of you all. See you in the next class. Till then, stay safe. Thank you.